Right, you know, a lot of the customers we get are first-time young couples getting their first dog. They want a member of the family. Maybe they want a security system. But there's a big decision to make these days. Whoops! You get a purebred dog like this, like little Smudge here. Go, baby. Or do you want to save a life and adopt and get a little rescue like Poppy? Come here, Pop. Come here, Pop. Oh well, she's trying to get through the Texas heat. Anyway, what I'm going to do here in this little, what I want to do in this little short video is give you some ideas to help you make the proper decision. And all you tried and true long-time dog owners, if you have a friend who's looking to get a dog, why don't you give them a shot at looking at this video. Let me give you the pros and cons of adopting, rescuing a dog, or purchasing a purebred dog. And just let you figure it out yourself, what's best for your lifestyle. I came up with a real simple formula several years ago. The majority of the dogs that get discarded are good dogs. They're usually, maybe they were purchased by somebody who didn't quite understand what they were getting into. They thought, well, I can punch the button and turn it off and put it on the shelf. But they bought a Labradoodle or a Labrador and there wasn't no off button. There's only on buttons for those dogs when they're growing up. So then, not knowing how to solve the problem, they don't put in the proper training. A lot of these dogs get turned into the pound. But these dogs are really good dogs, and they have the benefit of having lived with a family. When you adopt them, they're going to be older. They're going to have their personality already developed. If they've got a bad habit, you can always correct that with training, and you want to put proper training into your dog, any dog you get anyway. So a rescue dog, especially because he's older, he probably or not possibly going to be housebroken. You're going to know if he wants to chase your cat or the neighbor's cat. You're going to know if he's dog aggressive. You're going to know if he's food aggressive. You'll be able to detect any problems he may have. And if you're a first-time dog owner, here's the big plus. You're going to rescue a dog, especially an older dog, and he's going to come into your home well-behaved and wanting to listen to you. Because I know dogs really understand when you save them and rescue them. I've seen too much evidence. So there's the big plus. Now let's go to the purebred dog. And disregard money, that's not what we're going to talk about. The purebred, like little Smudge there, is going to be a dog that you can reliably predict their most common personality traits. You're going to know a lot of what kind of fun you can have with the dog. You're going to know if you get a golden retriever, you can throw a ball all day long and play fetch. You're going to know if you get a Jack Russell Terrier, you can buy a lot of Valium and keep them calm. But you're going to understand the basics of that dog's personality as he matures. What you don't know is what the finished product is going to be like. And if you've never owned a dog before, your ability to make that dog be the best he can be could be limited. So here's a plan for you. If you're a first-time dog owner, or maybe you've owned a dog and it didn't work out in the past, here's a formula I think is guaranteed to make things successful. For your first dog, get a rescue, plain and simple. The older the rescue, the better and the more likely he's going to fit into your family lifestyle. When you get this rescue dog, you are going to learn oodles and boodles about dogs. If it's your first dog, you need to learn how many times a day should I feed them? How much exercise do they require? How much just attention and loving do they require? Do they need water more than once a month? Little things like that could be important in later life. You're going to learn all this from that rescue dog. Then, having had the experience of a good family companion, you can look into things that you can do with your dog. The best way to stay healthy, to keep your heart healthy, I don't care what they say about taking this pill or that pill, this diet or that diet. The best way in the world to stay healthy is to be active. And the best way I know to get active is to get one of these. They are not going to let you sit in the living room and watch TV just because it's snowing outside. So at that point, you're going to know what you want to do with your dog. You're going to understand a lot more about how to raise your dog and keep your dog. And you're going to know that your golden retriever, your labradoodle, your German shepherd, or your Jack Russell is going to have certain needs that you're going to have to fulfill, and you're going to know how to fulfill those needs to make sure you get a good dog out of the deal. So I'm going to close this with a little video we got. For those who are not familiar, I happen to have a little no-kill shelter. We have about a dozen dogs at all times, always up for adoption. I call them my freeloaders. So we'll show you one of our adoption dogs. This is Harley. She's housebroke, and we'll show you a little bit of the training she's got. And check your local rescue groups, your local pounds. And if you're in my area, just give us a call about Harley, and see what you think. Think about it. We'll show you Miss Harley. And remember, if you ain't having fun, you ain't training dogs. See you next time, folks. Front. There you go. Don't everybody wish their little dog would come like that every time you called them. You can also do, hey, heel. Come up here. She's a little warmish. She's been living in the kennel for 1.5 years now, so she's a little rusty on all this. We don't get to work her, but she gets out every now and then. So I'm going to say stay, and I'm going to step back a little bit. I'm going to count some odd number. I'm going to return to her, and I'm going to say, okay, little Harley girl, yes. The moving exercises are a little tough because it is high noon here on about 101 degrees, I think is what my thermometer said. Atta girl. Now I should say down. See how good she did that? So for those of you who are not aware, I dabbled with the rescue crowd for a while, and a lot of the rescue people, I boarded dogs for them so they could find a foster. Only trouble was, several of them dropped dogs off here, and then apparently they forgot where they left them. I don't know. It's a big city. I guess they got lost coming back when they had to pick their dogs up. So I got about a dozen or so dogs that have been living in this kennel for a while. I call them my freeloaders. Miss Harley's a perfect example. She's about a 4-year-old. She's actually got all her obedience training. She's really sharp when she's not so hot. She's housebroke. She lived in an apartment. There was a young couple that lost her. They were killed in an accident, so it's kind of a tragic story. I ended up with her, and no one ever came around to look at her, so we thought we'd show her to everybody and let everyone know you got a chance to meet a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful friend. And if you got active kids, this is wonderful. And if you want to play ball, even in the Texas heat. Whoa, she picked up the ball and spit it out. Hey Harley, come here baby. Come on babe. And she comes every time you call. Yes, she does. Come here, sweetheart. Here, have a treat, cool down. So, if you're interested, if you're looking for a really great companion and family dog, you know, give me a call. Let me know what you think about Harley. You can message me on Facebook, and we've got a couple others that are not as well trained, but we'll do training with any of our dogs that if you feel like you want one, we'll be glad to do their training for you. So, as for Miss Harley, thank you.